Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
He finds McKinnon, complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Looking underneath, and he finds McKinnon. And he's brought down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Jerick McKinnon there to make the grab.
And the Chiefs will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's...
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, it's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold him.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's caught inside the 5. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Ebner going to elect to bring this out of the end zone here. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that...
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Buying time to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play.
Fourth down. Fields has to have this one.
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
That's complete to Mooney. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Out of the gun, Fields.
He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
Fields. Open man, completes it to Claypool.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Throwing again is Fields. They try to set up the screen. Oh, nearly disaster. But it's incomplete. Not much chance of that working. Almost intercepted. It's 2nd down.
Come on, D. Mike 13. Mike 13. Bring it. Bring it.
Back to throw. Fields.
Eluding the pressure right. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, let's face it, Brandon. They're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder, because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Looking to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Ebner going to elect to bring this out of the end zone here. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And I think the ball's out. Goodness, nobody wanting to hold on to that football. 2 fumbles, one by each team on the same play. Not something you see every week.
No, not at all. And you and I both know how important possessions are nowadays in the NFL because there's not much difference between teams. So when you get a chance for a takeaway, you've got to hold on to the football yourself. Don't give it right back to them.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. Flush to his right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Off play action, Fields.
Dancing to his left. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now Fields.
He's going to go up top again. And now here is another interception.
Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Well, they came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly.
Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
Fielded at the 33.
And one last throw here for Fields.
Escaping the pressure right. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Chiefs come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.